the 2023 Ripon and District Amateur Radio Society Rally at the Hugh Ripley Hall, Ripon, 30th of April 2023. Good morning. Back on the channel with another video, and as you can probably see, not sure you can, I'm in the rather rainy today city of Ripon, here in not so sunny North Yorkshire, for the Ripon Rally. So you can just see the Ripon Cathedral just through the trees there, and that's the rough direction I'll be heading, just down there somewhere. So next one should be when I get into the rally. Okay, so I'm at the Ripon Rally. As you can see, it's a very small room and very busy, so I can't get round with a camera just yet. So, gives you an idea, it's just a small, local rally, not one of the big ones. So, it's getting round, that's the problem, because there is quite a lot of people here, so it's quite difficult to film. So, if it settles down a bit, I'll try and get round with a camera. Otherwise, this is the best I'm going to do. Okay, it's quieting down a bit. Can have a wander around now with the camera. Valves, lots of. Kind of components, they were at Blackpool. They get everywhere. Kenwood TS940, £600, not for me. Get through here. You. Selling laptops, as always. Computers are a lot involved in ham radio. Books. It's the Ripon Radio Club, I think, that's selling those. The York Radio Club. Custodians of GB3HG. And a very sad sight to see there. A Harvard 420M converted to 10 metres. It's up there, look. Proper old radios here. Very nice. Not for me, I can't afford out like that. Some old QSL cards. And of course the obligatory RSGB bookstore. That pretty much sums up the rally. Not a lot. Right, so back in the car now. And wasn't planning on staying too long, because there are other things I need to do. It turns out I've got even more things to add to that list now. So what we've got a handheld. This is a Wuxun, however you pronounce that. I can never remember. I've got one of their radios already. This one is a KG UV6D. It's for 4 metres and 2 metres, which is ideal because I'm actually after something for those bands, so I'll put that back in the bag. We've got a Bremi BRS27 power supply. Bremi power supplies. They're being made in Italy, so I don't think they particularly like 240 volts very much. I think that puts stress on them. I'll have to check the capacitors in that, because it is obviously an old power supply. And it does have an old plug on it, which I'm going to have to change. So, I can show you the plug on that, actually. Now, in the UK, we have plugs that look a lot like this. This one is one of the older ones, so this one's quite an old plug. So, I'm going to have to check that. It says 2 amps on it, but, you know, I bought it from a radio rally, so who knows. And underneath that, we've got 2 tubes of solder. There should be a flux pen there as well. There we go. And that's lead solder. That's the same lead solder I got from Canny Components the last time I bought lead solder. And then finally, we've got this Harvard 420M. This is the one I actually showed in the video earlier that had been converted to 10 meters. I thought, I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna find out what's actually been done to it, because it's a classic 2781 set, and if I can get it going, then that would be something good. But it depends on what's been done to convert it, and if components like the crystal and the LC7137 have been removed, then I'm already onto a stumbling block, and I wouldn't be able to do a lot with it. But it was only a tenner, and along with that power supply. It comes with this DM510 microphone, which notice there's a switch on it, so I think it's one of those silly power mics, which I really don't think is actually that necessary. I'm not sure there's a battery in that, so I'm going to have to open that up and, well, find out, we shall say. So, that's my haul, and I had to carry all that in my backpack on my back, and by God, that was uncomfortable. So, I spent a bit more money at this rally than I did at Blackpool. I was hoping to get a hatchback type mount as well, so I could put the 4-metre antenna on the car in a bit more of a permanent fashion, but, that's not going to happen, and I think the Motorola might be finding its home permanently in here, the Motorola GM350, which I believe is somewhere on the floorboards in the back. So that might actually be a permanent feature in here, so, because I not really want that handheld in here if I can. So I do have a speaker mic for it, but that's not really something I want to use in here. So I will be testing that when I get home. So, couldn't get too much footage because it was a bit cramped in there, but I got enough footage to give you an idea that it's a small rally. So the next rally I will be at, will hopefully, with all being well, will be at Bowburn. So, about to say bye to a bit of a rainy Ripon this year, but and hopefully the next rally I'll be at will be up at Bowburn. And hopefully I'll get up there early enough to actually get the car parked. Because last time I went to that rally, I ended up not getting parked that easily. But I managed to get parked in the end. So it's interesting that yet another rally, and I've come back with another CB. Well, I'll get that investigated. I'll get that on a bench and get that looked at. And see if I can do anything with it. So, I parked next to another ham, but he's moved his car in the bay in front. I don't know why he's done that, but, Anyway, so, I'm about to get back on the road, so, I'll catch you in the next one. I was going to do something similar to what I did with the Blackpool rally video, but, the equipment needed, because it turned out I did need a microphone for that, which you'll probably know about. That equipment wasn't charged up in time, so, there we go. Also, I had to go into Sainsbury's just across from here to buy a couple of pints of milk, because, milk, I need milk. I like my tea and coffee. They didn't have my usual semi-skim, so I had to buy full milk. But, So, let's see what I could do with that CB and that power supply. Because hopefully, everything will be fine. I will check the inside of that Bremmy power supply. These two items came from the York Radio Club, who are the custodians of the GB3HG repeater. So, the money raised from them will certainly go back into their club coffers and also the repeater. So, I'll catch you in the next video. I'm not sure what the next video is going to be. So, Seb 3 for now, and I'll catch you in the next one.